Overseas now, despite a newly announced ceasefire deal, clashes are again raging in war-ravaged Aleppo this morning. So where does that leave thousands of civilians in Syria's second largest city? NBC's chief global correspondent Bill Neely has the latest on all this. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Hoda. Well, it did appear that the battle for Aleppo was all but over after 4 years of war. But there are reports this morning of shooting and shelling, and it is quite clear that civilians are far from safe. They were meant to be evacuated along with rebels this morning. That has now been abandoned.
An exodus of misery. Tens of thousands fleeing an onslaught, carrying the few possessions they have left after months under siege, years of killing. But the buses meant to take them and rebels out of the city at dawn remain empty. Rebels and regime blaming each other for breaking a ceasefire deal that was meant to end the ferocious final assault by President Assad's forces and the rebels' last stand. It's not over yet. One activist posted what he said was shelling this morning. And trapped civilians are terrified, sending out what they called their final messages.
The Assad militias are maybe 300 meters away. No place now to go. It's the last place.
Every bomb is a new massacre. Save Aleppo, save humanity.
The final days of Aleppo's war have been brutal. The UN alleging more than 80 men, women and children were shot by Assad militias in cold blood. Syrian attacks and Russian airstrikes prompting American fury at the UN.
Is there literally nothing that can shame you?
President Assad's troops are celebrating victory, their biggest yet, denying they've massacred civilians. But in a city of war crimes, no one's safe.
Well, the US is protesting what's happening in Aleppo, but it is powerless to stop it or to change it. President Assad's forces are now in almost complete control of Aleppo and of all Syria's major cities. Matt?
All right, Bill Neely. Bill, thank you very much.
They escaped a slaughter today, thousands fleeing Aleppo's last battleground. The young and sick, the old and helpless, besieged for months, trudging from the ruins of their homes. They fled a relentless onslaught by regime and Russian forces, crushing what's left of the rebel east. But not everyone escaped. Terrified civilians sending what they called their last messages.
The Assad militias are maybe 300 meters away. No place now to go. It's the last place.
No word tonight of one child, 7-year-old Bana, whose latest message read, "This is my final moment to either live or die." The horrors are clear on Aleppo's streets, shelling and airstrikes claiming hundreds of lives. We can't verify this video or many claims, but the UN is alleging regime militias are executing civilians in cold blood.
They've been going door to door, executing people on the spot.
President Assad's troops are celebrating victory over the symbolic city of the revolution and denying they're committing atrocities. As soon as people heard we'd freed this area, he says, they feel safe. But few can be safe, even as the regime boasts that Aleppo's rebels have stopped fighting, that they'll be allowed to leave, though it's not clear where, and that the battle here is over. The exodus of misery isn't over, nor is this war in so many places beyond Aleppo. Bill Neely, NBC News, Beirut.